Welcome back to the third and hopefully last episode of Fabricating with Foam and Fiberglass. And so what I'm doing here is I went over the whole thing with a thin layer of Bondo body filler and sanded it down. Then to highlight all the imperfections, I primered it again, and then I found tiny little spots, ridges, and you don't use Bondo for that. You use glazing spot putty, and this it's really neat. You don't mix it. It's like a thick primer, and you spread it on. And it's for the light stuff, and I get really good results with it. So here it is. I just put it on. I'm letting it dry. I'm about to sand. Then I'll go over it again with my Sharpie and find anything that I missed, and then I will get it again with the glazing putty, primer it, and I'll keep doing it until I can't find anything else. Then I will fine sand it to get minute surface scratches out, and then I will begin the final primer and paint and clear coat process. So I can't wait till this is done. This is going to look cool, and I'm just, quite frankly, tired of working on it. So here we go. Okay, I got to the point now where I think it's going to look good, so I'm about to lay down primer, and I'm going to check it out. But I think this might be pretty cool. But you can see where the red is. Those were low spots, and even on brand new steel, if you took the paint out off your brand new Ducati, you would see the bare metal covered with this red thick primer, because no steel is 100% straight, and certainly fiberglass isn't either. Okay, let's get the primer on. Okay, after I primered it, very, very minute things were brought to my attention. And so you can see how it's a lot less coated in red than it was before. And it's, you know, if you want to do this fast, it's not going to look good. You got to go over it over and over and over and over again. And that's why when you have something made or something repaired, a good body shop will charge you a lot of money, because it's just lots of tedious work. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, I got most of the imperfections out, and now I'm going over the primer very lightly with 400 grit, getting the I call it the rough dust. It's not really dust, but it's just like, we want it flat to the touch. We don't want a chalky surface. So very lightly, no scratches that you can see. Just taking it down. Because anything that is rough will be magnified through the paint. So the best job you can do on the primer is the best job that you can do on the paint. I've been waiting a long time to get to this point. I'm eager to check it out and see what it's going to be like. I have a big stockpile of the color of my bike, so I will be able to, I don't have to go to the store and get anything. I got it all right here, which is nice. I was lucky. I was able to find an off-the-shelf color that is a 99% match for the factory color. And if my bike was next to a Ducati in the dark gray dust, you wouldn't be able to tell what's factory and what's not. So that's kind of cool. Right on. Now that I did the finish sanding, what you would want to do is take a tack cloth and go over here. I'm out of tack cloth, so I'm using the fiber towel, and it does almost the same thing. It doesn't leave lint. It takes the surface dust off because the dust will show through to the paint. Don't want that. So we're going to clean, basically dusting the surface so it looks as good as we can make it look. So the color that I'm using is Rust-Oleum Universal, and the color is gunmetal gray. It's matte, so it's not going to be either flat or glossy in between. And that really helps on a paint job, because if it were glossy, you would have to do much more finish work. This will cut it down. And now the problem with using a rattle can of paint is when you use automotive paint, you mixed a catalyst in it, and you have a working time before you can't use it anymore, and it is thus gas proof. This stuff is suspended in a base of paint thinner or something like that, but you spray it on, and instead of a catalyst, the base that is suspended in evaporates and it leaves the paint behind. But if you get gasoline on it, what's going to happen is the color, well, the whole paint will dissolve, because the gasoline will be the new suspension. So what I do, and this works awesome, is the brand Spray Max 2K, and it is a 2-part clear. You take this red button off and you put it on the bottom and you pop it, and then you mix it up, and that is the catalyst on the bottom of the can. And you mix it up, and you can use it for about 2 days before you have to throw it away. And it will harden through a chemical reaction instead of the suspended fluid that the paint is in evaporating, and it will be gas proof. And this makes a wonderful, it's just rattle can paint and the professional Spray Max Clear. And this stuff is not cheap. It is really expensive. I get it on eBay, 4 cans, 6 cans. The more you buy, the more you save. But it will make any brand or type of paint gas proof, and so it's awesome in that respect. So let's get the painting. Let the paint begin. So the first coat, you just want to lightly dust. You don't want to get too far away because the paint will dry mid-air before it gets to the surface to dry. And you don't want it too close because it won't dry fast enough and it will be wet. I'll go over this a few times. I'm definitely going to be able to paint this. So hard. I just got done telling Debbie that this is literally the hardest thing I've ever tried to do. But it's coming out really good. Right on. Unbelievable. It's done. Finally done. I probably have a combined total of 30 hours in this thing. But you know what? I love it. I really do. It looks good. I set out to make the rear of the bike match the front of the bike, and I think that it is doing that very well.